many new goodies to tempt your appetite and add to your evening's pleasure. Everything's the finest quality. So treat yourself now. Nine minutes to go to showtime. Popcorn rich with hot melted butter. All kinds of candy. Sparkling soft drinks. Steaming hot coffee. Steamed or grilled hot dogs. Crispy hot fresh French fries. Minutes to go to showtime.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those, and 1 of those, and 5 bars of these, and a cup of that nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white puffy material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn. Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
Seven minutes to go to showtime. Hot popcorn just popped. Fresh roasted peanuts. How about a pizza? None better anywhere. Sizzling hamburgers grilled to your taste. We've a large assortment of freshly made sandwiches. Six minutes to go to showtime.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain.
But I only wanted it.
This mountain is reserved for patrons of drive-in theaters.
But
it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar, like soft drinks, hot dogs, good hot coffee, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats.
But I am a patron of this drive-in.
Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Minutes to go.
Ah, hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the Goodies Machine. Special for patrons of this drive-in, the machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at our snack bar, just waiting for you.
minutes to go to showtime.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Father, I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Faith in there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here, no.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream, piping hot coffee, delicious hot dogs. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar of their drive-in theater.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
The crowds are thinning out at the snack bar, folks, and there are still 3 minutes till showtime. You can easily make it for something that'll just hit the spot. How about it? Don't waste a second of refreshment time. You'll find such an appetizing assortment of refreshments at the snack bar, you won't be able to decide what to ask for first. All of your snack bar favorites are there, including fresh peanuts, hot popcorn, and candy of all kinds. And believe us, you've never eaten better hot dogs, crisper French fries, or more delicious buttered popcorn.
Oh, we're live, son. I needed to change my poster. I forgot to change it. Shit. Too late now. How we doing? How we doing? Good to see you. We're live, pal. Well, I'm live. My hair's a mess. Shit. We're gonna play the new To the Moon game. It came out today, roughly 20 hours ago, maybe less than a day ago. I've been looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it since it was announced, and now it's announced, and now it's here. It's exciting. I don't know what to expect from it. I know it's part of the series. I know it's a beach episode, which is an anime nod, wink, wink, nudge, nudge sort of joke, where they're deliberately non-canon episodes of something. So I'm just doing stuff on my phone. So is this deliberately non-canon? Who knows? But it's another To the Moon game. Finally. Finally. Do we wait for people to drift in? I don't actually know. Or do we just go, oh, I have a bonus camera? I think we just jump in. I see people lurking in the background. Appreciate it. Appreciate the lurk. Appreciate the support. But we're going to jump in. But we're also not going to have spam bots lurking in the chat. What a name. Premature paneling. I like the sound of that. Ooh, bonus camera. I don't know why bonus camera's not working here. Yo, there's two cameras. There's two cameras. Oh my god. How you doing, Duckfart? Hope you well. We'll move that over. Let's capture the game. I just noticed that the file for this is actually Imposter Factory, which was the last game in the series. Hey, we're doing a sneaky on us. This is just an old game. It's just a previous game. They just put it out again. Cheeky fuckers. We're playing in English. Hope you well, Duckford. Thank you for returning. I don't know why we're recording the stream. Just a To the Moon series beach episode. Just saw your message, Beetle. Just drying my hair now. It looks nice and fluffy like yours. I just washed mine. I just re-dyed my hair, so it's all washed and all redone. Ooh. And Viva's here as well. Good to see you here again, Viva. Long time no see. Hope you're well. Yeah, Beetle. Hope you're doing well today. I know you had a rough start to your weekend. Just with the back. Sorry, fixing the mic up. I know you had a rough start just with your back pain from carrying everything. Carrying the chat, carrying the streams. What did we... Gonna ride your bike later? Well, it's like 11 PM here, so I'm not gonna go out for a bike ride anytime soon. I did go for a walk today. Went for a walk in the out in the farmlands. Bing bong. Hello. I don't know what's with the resolution for this game. Can we change it? This is just literally how it is. It's me, Angus, your biggest customer. Got your work? Got work at 4. Bummer that you're back to work. At least you got one day off. A few hours of chill with you all. Thank you. Appreciate you hanging with us, Beetle. And also, I hope you return to streaming soon now that you're beginning to settle in. Back's feeling a little bit better. Just taking it easy at work later. Nice. Caught the end of Sport Gun stream. I had your online quiz league. And then watched some of Stuart. Yeah! His stream. Nothing. Sorry, I just saw pop-ups. I was like, is that important? Nope. Nice. What's the online quiz league? I love... Well, I love is probably too strong a word, but I do go to a pub quiz every so often and enjoy a good pub quiz. Enjoy a good quiz. So I'm always interested in stuff like that. Like, genuinely. I always worry it sounds like one of those things I'm taking the piss when I say I'm interested in something. I know I can come across snarky at times, but I do enjoy a quiz. Who's still alive, that is. Where did everybody go? Quick background for the To the Moon games. To the Moon is a long series. There's technically 4 games in the series. This is the 5th. Maybe you can argue there's 2 more. The game is about a company called Sigmund who have a machine where people can enter somebody's subconscious as they are on their deathbed, and whatever they have in their life that they want to fix or make better or make happen, they can make happen or make them believe it happens. So in the first game, a guy wants to go to the moon. That's his dying wish. And at the end of the game, he goes to the moon. Surprise, surprise. There's 2 other main games in the series called Finding Paradise and Imposter Factory. Imposter Factory gives some sort of background to the Sigmund Corp, and Finding Paradise is another case where somebody like they enjoy their life, but they still feel like something is missing from it, and they wanted that fixed. This is a spin-off game. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. It literally just came out. But sort of one of the jokes that they put in it is, aren't these people meant to be dead? So I think we're going to encounter people from the previous games. So I'll sort of explain as we go along. About that, TalkTalk is messing with us, searching for an alternative telephone and broadband provider. I'm always surprised when people still use telephones. Because even like I haven't had the telephone in years now. I understand that why people do need them, but I just haven't had a telephone in years. We don't have many. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering if you went landline. We don't have many providers here in New Zealand. We're starting to get more, but it feels like the new ones that come out are just like dodgy. So I don't trust them at all. Like you got two sort of main companies. I'm with one of the two main ones, and then you got a sort of like a bunch of sort of side companies. I'm just like, are those legit enough? Am I going to get a good enough deal if I go with them? Like, if my broadband goes down, is there actually going to be something they can do about it? Don't know. So I'm always nervous about trusting. I just go with one of the main two. I assume that would be what the case was, Beetle. That's your ma, who still uses the landline. And same, like older family members. I have used landlines, and it's probably the only people I know that do. Team League solo online leagues. Oh, sure, of course. During the pandemic, I sort of missed out on a lot of that stuff. Unfortunately, I was like Beetle, working full time during the pandemic, so like all that stuff that people did, I missed out on, which is I wonder which side is the bigger bummer. Like part of it seemed really, really interesting to be like trapped inside, or to experience that, to have that story to tell, and 30 years time, and to be like, I was trapped inside during the pandemic. It was chaos. It was weird. It was crazy. Where instead for me, I was outside every day, technically 6 days a week, working 12 hours a day. So it was weird times. I was working from home for the first 4 months. Pretty much back on. Hey, Vesta, good to see you. I was in office. Sorry, that's from reading message. I'm good. We're playing a game, a new game that literally just came out today. And I'm quite excited to play it. But I was just having a chat before we fully dive in. I was sent home when COVID first broke out here. I was sent home and told, as you know, New Zealand was one of the first places to... No, it's not Squirrel for gun game. I really want to play that, though. There's quite a few games that come out that I really want to play. There's another one called... I can't remember what it's called. Cat something. I can't remember. It's going to bug me now. But I really, really want to play. But there's just so much that is going to be on my list to do. So we're playing the new To the Moon game next month. I want to play some horror games. Plus, the new Life is Strange is coming out. So I'll be streaming Life is Strange as well. It is sort of a cat life one. But yeah, there'll be some horror. So I've got the main horror games planned out, which is it literally came out last week, so it's a relatively new horror game. But I've been looking around for other horror games because I quite like very slow burn horrors. So my favorite games are the Chiller's Ark games, the Fears of Fathom games. I really enjoyed them. There's another one called Shopping List that I really, really like on itch.io or itch.io. So there's a lot of like horror games I really, really like. So I'm sort of just hunting out games that's similar to that. I can't believe this pandemic started over 4 years ago. It feels so weird because it feels both longer ago and shorter ago at the same time. I was going to say, so I got sent home. New Zealand locked down very, very quick. I was sent home, and then I worked for the government. Worked for the government at that time. Work for the government now. So I got like an email like 2 days later saying, "Chris, can you come in?" I was like, "All right, cool." And got in. I was like, "I don't know what we're doing at all." And they're like, "We need you to work on this project for you. You're part of the COVID group, COVID government response group. We need you to come in and start work on this piece like now. Get going. You'll be working 6 days a week. You'll be working 12-hour days. One of those days you'll have off. Somebody will be taking your place, and sort of like we'll always have somebody on, just to keep stuff going." It was chaos. It was crazy. It was really, really cool, and it was really interesting to be like in town, working in town, and just seeing how weird everything was, how quiet everything was. It wasn't government for the first lockdown, but second lockdown you were. Yeah, no, I was doing the same work for all of the lockdowns we had. I was pulled into it, whether or not I had moved on to something else. So like sometimes I had moved on to another project, and then when we had another lockdown, I was like, you pulled back into this work again. But sort of became a bummer after a while. I was like, this is a bit boring now. I'm sort of done with this. I can't remember like what perks I got from working that at all. It's so long ago. As I say, it feels so long ago, even though it was only 4 years ago. It also feels like fuck. It was only like last year, wasn't it? Even though it was 4 years ago. But yeah, I can't remember what perks I got other than the fact that it looks really, really good on my CV. Because everyone's like, "Hey, we did really good for lockdown," and I could be like, "Part of that was me. I'm partly responsible." So it looks nice on my CV. It's going to be one of those things that's like, you know, like for your CV, you should tend to only have your most recent positions. I think that one's going to be on my CV forever. Like I'm just always going to have it on my CV and just be like, yeah, I did that. But time will tell if I actually keep up with that. Because yeah, I'll be looking for work. Oh, why did the game just crashed? Switching back to full screen mode or game view mode. Ooh. Why are you crashing? I mean, same with jail for over 10 years now. Ooh. I changed mine about a year ago just because I was sort of bummed out. Come on, please work. Don't crash.
We are the
Topiary creatures.
Very pleased to meet you, senors and senoritas too.
I wonder who that could be. Thanks for the follow, Mr. R. Saunders, if that is your name. I like that it comes up with possible Ban-Evader. Are you a possible Ban-Evader? Did a side like cheekily ban you or something? It's obviously clued on that you're, you know, that you had a similar account name that followed here a while ago. It's Evada time. It's time. It's time. Big fan of Evada. But no, I don't think I've banned you, Mr. Reese. No. Sexy Reese. Good to see you there. $14 years in the same job. I was in my previous job for 6 years, and then in my current one, as I say, for just shy of 2 years. Let's carry on with the game. I've been way distracted. I can complete detoxing everything, and if you've got your old login account. So, hello. Yeah, I've tried to have a detox and everything, so I stepped away from streaming for a bit. It was probably only about just shy of a month I stepped away from streaming, but it's because I'm putting out a podcast soon. That's my own one. That sort of would go into it, but I just wasn't enjoying it. I sort of fell into the wrong sort of mental space to stream. There's one with me and Pete that doing, but of course I've got mine that's just me as well. So I've got 2 podcasts coming out, hopefully soon. Pete's currently editing the one that him and I are in, and I'm doing my own one that I need to edit at some point. It's recorded. I just need to edit it. You'll all know when it's out. I'll post in the Discord to say, hey, I've my podcast's out. There's all the socials you need. There's the Discord. There's my Insta. You want to find out when my stuff goes live, that's the easiest way to find it out. But yeah, I should have a my solo one's probably going to go live first, just because the one that Pete and I did is a chunky boy. It's a long podcast. It's probably going to be about 4 hours long. And still, like, does it work? Oh, that's true. I need to update that because that's out of date now. I've changed my Instagram. I apologize. I will fix that. We'll play the game for a bit, then I'll fix it and then I'll change it. I have changed my Instagram. I'll put it up. I'll do it. Give me 2 seconds. I guess I just frick making you download Discord again. I'll do that. Where is... There we go. Let me find the thing. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Thanks for asking. I just, yeah, as I say, I sort of got into the wrong headspace. I was, but not just streaming, but just life in general. But streaming was a big part of it. Like, I was just like taking everything the wrong way. Like, if somebody wasn't in chat, I was taking it personally. When it's just like, fuck, people have lives. Like, I shouldn't be offended that people were not in my chat. But I think that's just because I was beginning to get depressed, and it was just like, that stuff was just spiraling. I'm like, I know I'm wrong. I know this isn't the right thing to feel and do, so I need to stop this. And I did. That's that. Trust me, that's done. I'm no longer worried. I'm like, why isn't Pete here? Like, it's all good. That should be working now. 100% for both what Vesta and you and Beaver are saying. That both the V's in the chat are right. The Instagram link should work now. Let me know if it doesn't, and I'll try to fix it again. But it should be it. We're up to this part before, but we'll skip carrying on, going through it. Where did everybody go? They're at the beach. Beach, let's go to the beach. That's actually weird. That should be the right account this time. Alright, let's see if I can fix this. Yeah, no, that's... Why isn't that working, Mr. Instagram? That's because I spelled it wrong. That's my fault. Sorry, I'm just clearly dyslexic. Socials. Yeah. I think we all get it, and I think it's important to acknowledge that we all get it. I think it's important to acknowledge that we're all in the same boat. Regardless of what we're doing, whether it be streaming, whether it be live, whether it be social lives, work lives, whatever. But I think just so many of us try to like keep pushing on, going, we will get through it. It's like sometimes you can just pause, just take a breath, as Viva said. Yeah, I fixed it now, but apologies about that. It should be, it was just a typo. There you go, the obscurity. Funny that I just get a notification that somebody's following me. Goodness gracious, I wonder who it could be. I'll give you a follow back as well. Gosh, why is this? Exactly. Reese gets it. Alright, let's hop back into the game. They said what on the plane, you know. Yeah, I've got the Brat. I need to probably change that because Brat Summer's over now. I need to get rid of that. But I really like the whole Brat logo thing. I don't know what it was about it. I just liked how simplistic it was. I got so into like the Brat Summer shit. Like I just fully leaned into it and dug it. And I was like, well, I'm gonna make myself a Brat logo. I got another notification. course. Sorry. Just responding to my phone pinging at me. Yeah, but you never know when I'll get to you. And whenever there's turbulence, will you let the wind decide in favor of your own hydration either? Okay, forget I said anything. Anybody at all? What's that? They could have a security camera. It's just Angus again. Oh, okay. Anyway. Attention in flight 326 passengers. Boarding will begin shortly at gate 4. Sheesh. Are those still those two still coming? Well, Roxy wouldn't be missing anything free, let alone a free vacation. The shore cutting it pretty close. I guess I'll get something from the shop and read it on the plane. You gonna fill the annual quota? I'll be butt warming this chair over here. Yeah. Only when they stop boarding. They were just about to, weren't they? Oh, can we talk to people? How did pilots get sick mid-flight? Oh, Fred, not this again. Not super serious, but just like really bad diarrhea or something. And then ask, is anyone a pilot? That's when I'll stand up and... For the 100th time, you only just got a single engine license. Barely. If you take the yoke, I'm taking the parachute. We'll never ask aside anything. That's what I've learned. Anything. I think it still says possible band evader for you, Reese. It's determined to point out you're a dangerous citizen. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with... my phone. On the screen is something that your dad never asked you. Are you winning some? No, Mum, but getting better. That's all that matters. Oh, we're meant to get a magazine. Plane will be boarding soon. It's the last chance to visit the shop. Alrighty. Hope there's enough room in the luggage compartment for all my stuff. Don't be a dick. You can't carry on everything. Once the gate opens, I'm rushing in for that luggage real estate. What a jerk. Who takes up all the luggage space, eh? Put it flying until this point, but I can't escape fate anymore. This time, I'm going on vacation. We're up a good price. I mean, do that. One good price, just singular. And that's a free cricket helmet. Free Black Caps cricket helmet from Boundary Sports. I've missed it. That's why I retired from streaming, Reese, because I missed it so much. Do you have the gum I gave you? Yeah? Good. Stick it in your ears when you feel the pressure on the plane. I think I'm supposed to just chew it. No, sweetheart. They're for your ears. Can we go on the thing? There's the shop. But, oh, no matter where you go in the world, which airport it is, the shops all look the same, don't they? There's something that can keep you comfort. I remember a long time ago when there were less potato chip flavors. It's a different time back then. Time when I spent less time browsing and more time eating. They have food on the plane for free, you know. But they don't have vegetarian there. Only chicken. Chickens are vegetarian. No, they aren't. They eat worms. Also, what? The potato chip flavor stuff. I'm so picky when it comes to potato chip flavors. Particularly if I'm going to be on a flight. I always stock up, Brees. Whenever I go on a flight, my bag is filled with drink and food. I like buy a ton of stuff. Even though the stuff in the airport is really expensive at the airport shops. Super, super expensive. I still buy a shit ton of food there. Just because I'm on a plane, particularly from New Zealand, I'm going to be in a plane for 10 hours plus, give or take. So I'm going to be there for a long time. I'm going to need some food. You know, some Ruffles. I actually like Ruffles. I don't know what my favorite is. I'm not necessarily plain. I do like plain as well, but it's probably not my first choice. It could be even my second choice, to be honest with you. I really like plain Pringles a lot. In fact, I can usually have those. It wouldn't be rare to spot me with plain Pringles on a flight. That was a really poor English sentence. I'll try it again. It wouldn't be uncommon to see me having plain Pringles on a flight. You don't like Pringles when you're younger, but grown to like them. Flavor stuff you ruin the risk of sticking at the plane or place. I like chicken flavored stuff. I like barbecue stuff, flavored stuff. I tend to probably not stray too far beyond that. Sometimes I do like a spicy flavored chip. I think Pringles were supposed to make tennis ball. I loved Mads Hedberg. R.I.P. Like, I do like those sort of one-line comedians. I probably wouldn't do bacon stuff. I have had bacon stuff, particularly from the UK store here. I bought it because I was meant to bring down some food, but I forgot. The UK store here tends to have bacon flavored crisps. And they're okay, but I definitely wouldn't buy them for a plane. Alright, what's in store today? Move out, move on. Life after death. Supporting characters. I guess supporting characters? A read synopsis. Book about rehabilitating with support of those around us. Sometimes the answer really is the friends we made along the way. What about move out, move on? For an autobiographical study, the author shares how to move on from grief. One has to move out from an environment that slaves to its remnants. No. We need to do one off. It's a football. Have a great stream, mate. Lovely to hear you again. Good to see you / hear you / speak to you / read your words on screen, Reese. Long time no see. We'll catch up in the future, I am sure. Go look after yourself and your little one. Definitely not that book. What about life after death? Death in the family can be life-altering. This book shares a series of helpful steps to get back to a normal life after passing of a loved one. I think we'll get the supporting characters. Received supporting characters. Weird how they have such a limited selection, huh? Limited? Oh, right, sure. You know what to say? You only see what you need to see. Neither. I didn't know you were going to. Might as well, I'm already here. A spot for you too, I assume. No. Please say hi to the others for me. The others? I doubt they remember me here. What a weird conversation that makes no sense. Just a book? Just a book. This was a book selection anyway, it's all non-fiction. Who knows? I'm not the one that stocks the shelves. Have a good trip. Hey, you might want to hurry. Plane's boarding with or without Roxy and Rob. You could have just called me. Meh, I wanted to catch you an act of purchasing some questionable book of choice. Well, sorry to be boring. Although, I have to say, the book choices for this entire book rack are rather... Hey yo! Oh, good. Just about to disown you guys. What you guys gabbing about? Wait, are you pregnant? Not it. Roxy, how could you? Do you know something I don't? Don't you get you started on that fruit of a father. Come on, I'll explain after. Gotta catch our flight and get to the beach. Let's go to the beach. So anyway, that's how I invented the new Lava Mint flavor. Enjoying the change in music. I love the soundtrack to this game series, like just full stop. The patient should arrive any day now. Or the peasant rather should. Okay, I'm gonna ask you again. Who is the father? And Neil? Why are you so quiet? What? Why do I need to chime on none of this? You're not answering the... Okay, that's enough. It's a watermelon. Rob, you ruined my moment. What? Yeah, watermelon cannot father our human children. Wait, never mind. I just thought, you know, we could have the bestest beach episode ever. And what beach episode doesn't have a good water smashing event? What? Roxy watches a variety of deviously cultured shows involving vacation rituals on the beach. Don't we all? Get watermelon, get stick, hit watermelon, and everybody's happy for some reason. Makes sense. I don't know about that. I don't remember any beach episode which involved watermelon smashing. To be fair, I haven't watched that many beach episodes or something. I haven't watched enough anime. I'm behind on my anime intake. Okay, but can we just get a watermelon once we're there? Why hide it for that matter? Well, how do you know they even have watermelons where we're going? And customs don't allow fruits and vegetables across the border, so decided to become a smuggler. It's not too late to turn back. I don't want to lose a work partner over this. Good to see that here. Don't you dare touch my baby. We're going to get it across customs, and we're going to smash it on the beach. It's going to be our wonderful beach episode. I respect the commitment. I prepared the application for the new partner in case we lose him. Okay, you guys just do what you do. I'm just going to read. That's such a weird... I know the airplane's designs from Finding Paradise, so it's meant to be an old airplane, but it's so weird seeing airplane with like foot room when it's clearly not meant to be like first class, business class. And what you're reading, we'll show the book. It's called Supporting Characters. It's about... Oh, that book's my jam. You know of it? Yeah, it talks about the power of friendship, unironically. And that's me. I'm a friend. Right? You are. Well, I guess that is a selfless way to identify yourself. Yes, so don't hesitate to come chat with me about your trauma. I don't know if that's how it works, just like run up to somebody and start trauma dumping on them. But okay. Guess it works for some people. And I'm just trying to find stuff. Yeah, thanks, but I'm not dealing with any trauma. But you will. What? Everyone will at some point. When it happens, I'll be right here on the airplane. Right. Thanks. Anything to declare? Nothing at all. Dr. Roxanne Winters, this is your last chance. Your last chance for what? For travel, because I'm allergic to customs, so let's go! I just hope she doesn't go to jail. Yeah, maybe she belongs there. I wonder where they're going. How many places can you go to that, like watermelons would be illegal to bring across the border? Neil! What in the... You're here! I knew it! Well, we've encountered our first characters from previous games. Well, I guess everybody so far is from the previous game. But they're all sort of like main-ish characters. Quincy, I think, was the character from Imposter Factory. Yeah, it is. Quincy and Linry. We thought you missed your flight. Mom? Dad? Spoilers. Spoilers, everybody. Spoilers for Imposter Factory. Mom? Dad? What are you doing here? I told you it was a work trip. A work vacation. We played Imposter Factory on stream, so it's not that much spoilery. I thought, hey, how long has it been since we took a vacation too? They're both dead. So, interesting that they're here. Too long. Way too long. So we were like, well, we came and stayed at the same resort. What if you don't? Oh, don't worry, we won't bother you. Hello, Eva. Hey. You're embarrassing me in front of her. Even worse, you're going to embarrass me in front of Rob. No, continue. Family's important. See? No need to be a baby about it. Now come here, baby. Hey, they had proper animation now. We missed you, son. Can't wait to meet the rest of your colleagues. Wow. Who knew Neil was so close with his parents, Hal? I sure wish my mom and pop were still around. Well, his aren't really. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. Alright. This is all going to be a simulation. Which makes sense, it's what the game series is about. But that's what's going to happen. What is it? I don't know. Something just feels a bit off. Yeah, this ain't real. who's in the simulation? That's the question. Guys, they went all out on up for this one. Question mark? Wow, this tastes like shit. It is shit, Austin. It's a bit nutty. I know he says, good, so it's not just me then, or whatever it is. I know your references, Pete. I know your references. Pete, I know your references. This camera's blurry. Hey, you in there? Hello? F to Eva. Hello? You good? Hey Pete, hope you're doing well, by the way. BT dubs. Yeah, just a bit zoned out. Wave. I pay. I pay. I pay. Yeah, just been zoned out from the nap on the drive. No kidding. It's like you've been sleepwalking ever since we got out of the van. It's so fuzzy now, but I think I had a weird dream. Well, better wake up quick. So we're here, and we only pay for 1 day's stay. The rest of the days we're stealing. So this is it, huh? Yep, this is it. The all-inclusive Golden Lobster Resort. Those look like crawfish to me. What are you guys waiting out there for? We're getting the keys. Yep, we're coming. Beat you to the best rooms. Alright, let's go cash in our vacation. You on ahead. I'm just gonna get a bit more fresh air to wake up. You sure you're alright? Yeah, I'll be fine, thanks. I wanted, seeking additional skilled lobster costume maker. I can make a lobster costume. Erected. It says erected. Like a willy. Over a century ago, the Golden Garden statue represents our commitment to excellence, resilience, raking in money, and honesty. Well, at least they're honest. And that's... Oh, who are these people? Do you want to go for a swim along the shores? No, it's scary out there at night. But a stroll? No. Beach looked occupied when I took a look earlier. Occupied? At this hour? Yeah, let's just enjoy the ocean breeze from here for a while. Alright. Have fun, you crazy kids. Gonna open Unlimited Run card fit at some point during stream. So I'm wanting to get To the Moon card. That's the one I'm hunting down. Limited Run released To the Moon physical release, so there should be a To the Moon car somewhere. And I'm also wanting to like see if I can get an autographed car. Let's just run on the street. Why not? Vroom. No, I think the beach. Let's go to the beach. It's the only place we get to go. Oh, what's the sign say? Nothing. Who that? She looks familiar. Is that, hey, Yona or something? I remember you from the airport. You're right out here? This character's new. Lunaire. Yes, we got the chief emote. I had to add the chief because she's our hero. She's my hero, she's your hero, she's Pete's hero, and she's also great in the Warriors. Sure. She's saving a spot for someone. What's going to be the twist there? This is going to be a teaser, isn't it? That's the only thing I'm guessing now. Is that there's going to be a new game in this series and it's going to involve this lass here. This will be like a bird story. I'm trying to guess the twist already and I barely even started the bloody game. Those are the cards I collect all the time, Beetle. I've got the whole set already. We've got Johnny and River. It's the bloody song from To the Moon. They seem preoccupied. Settling in already? Listen. That sounds pleasant. Doesn't it sound familiar? Yeah, it was the song from the first game. It's also your ringtone. Kinda. Doesn't seem to repeat itself. You gonna give me your keys? That's been delegated to Roxy. How regal. Come back in a bit if you want to try this game. I'm almost done. He's obviously... So, Khan Gao. I always call him Ken. Khan Gao does the music for this game. The whole series. And it always sort of felt like to me like he's just showing off a little bit. Like, look what I can do on piano. Doxed! But he's like expanded on the song from the original game. It sounds way prettier. Is it your parents? Hey, thanks for the drive. You bet. Have you checked in yet? Roxy's doing it now. Probably head up to our rooms after. Well, we'll be here for a while. If you find yourself wandering afterwards, come join us. Hubby's on daddy duty. Finally some me time. I can finally sit here doing nothing. Oh no, I forgot my phone. Alright, it seems the rooms were prepaid by your company, so let me just... Wait a minute, Sigmund Corp. Isn't that one of the company's oldest memories of the dead? Not the dead, the dying. That's better. What a wild career. Can't imagine what you've seen. Well, this one time, confidential. Yeah, it was like super confidential. Wow, I bet. Okay, here are your room keycards. Feel like it's been brought there already. Got you guys 4 ocean view rooms, one on the 9th floor. Yay, thank you. So we can do our own Walk With Me Tim episode. Thank you, I'll get you a coupon for your services. Thanks, Pet. Please don't. So, we've got a giant lobster here. An actual golden lobster statue, pride of the Golden Lobster Resort. There's a person on it. Read. It's made of brass. Please stop trying to take the legs. Friend, it's your keycard. Hope you enjoy your stay. Do you want Neil's room key? What? To give to him. Oh, you can give it to him yourself. Neil coming? He'll sleep in the lobby. I guess we go talk to Neil. You just did. Shh. Sounds like the song's done. Eva, can you help press the elevator button? Sure, but why don't you just press it? I'm pregnant, remember? I forgot to mention, whatever you do, don't go to the basement. Why not? Long story, but it's a big mess and we're not allowed to talk about it. Anyway, his facilities are closed and restricted. Alright. So we're definitely going to the basement. Hey, you coming? That was quick. Also, you ran fast. Hey! So about that basement. No. Ooh, do we go to the basement now? Basement facility currently restricted due to code-free incident. Code-free? Do you know what that is? No? But it's even crazier than Code 2. Rooftop? Check out our suites first. Fine. Why give me the choice if I can't choose? Neil, here's your room key. Thanks. Wait, let me see that. Okay, Eva, here's your room key. Thanks. Received hotel room key card. Alright, we made it in one piece. 4 pieces, technically. On that note, the day's done for me. I'll take my rest and vacation tomorrow. Me too. Calling it a night. Really? I thought you were a night owl, Roxy. Yeah, don't be a Rob. I mean, it's been a long day. Everything's probably closed anyway. Anyway, let me see. My room's 904, which means your rooms are over there, right next to each other. Okay, good night, bye. She's trying to play matchmaker. The dirty scoundrel. Well, I guess that has been a long day. Power sleep so we can party all the way tomorrow? Sure. What are you standing there for? Just fumbling for my keys. There's only one keycard. 2 sides. Well, that did it. That's the right side. Hey. Want to go somewhere? You know, it's still not too late in the evening. Come with me to see if anything's happening around the resort. Yeah, let's... Maybe not tonight. It's been a long trip and the haze is kicking in. Told you. It's all a simulation. Plenty of time tomorrow, though. Catch you then. door. Good night. 99. See you in the morning. Let's go check out our room. The Crazy Haze. It's my room, but maybe I could still go look around by myself before sitting down. Alright, let's go explore. Did we check around here first? Or was probably asleep already? Keycard does not match the door. I didn't really expect it to. This doesn't sound like real snores at all. Eva. Oh, hey. Come by for a moment if you would. Okay. So, what did you want to say? What do you want in life, Eva? Viva, Eva, it's all the same. What do I want? In life? I'm pretty sure vacations are for getting away from questions like that. Eva L. Samuel. Or some, perhaps. But it's also some of the moments where you get to ponder away from clockwork. Just humor me, will you? Well, just the normal things like most people. Be reasonably happy, find meaning and peace, things like that. Good. Remember that big picture. Sometimes we get stuck in a small part of what we want. Stop seeing the whole. That's it. Thanks for coming by. That's it? That's all you wanted to say? Thanks for hearing me. There's not much more I can say like this. Speak if someone's watching us. I'm sorry, I think I'm just a bit tired from the trip. Alright? Is somebody watching us? Go on, get some good rest. There's shit on this toilet. Let's go see. Exactly. Exclamation mark poop. Oh, we're not going to be allowed to go outside. The roof swimming pool is occupied. Occupied? That's right, it's being used for a special private event. Maybe I could find a way to check it out. What kind of event? Not sure about the details, but it's booked for a grand sum. Some big shots from that memory editing company Sigmund Corp, apparently. Actually, I'm also from Sigmund Corp. Oh, is this a Sigmund Corp event? I guess it did say they were from a company vacay. I think it might be. It's a company-sponsored vacation after all. Ooh, I guess that makes sense. Alright, you may pass then. Ah. It's those two from the other games. Old couple that bang all the time. Look, Tanya. The way the pale moonlight drapes over the landscape. What a distance just to make its way to you. Oh, Willis. It's been 50 years and you still know how to make a lady blush. It reminds me of the moment I first laid my eyes on those irresistible cheeks of yours. A few more wrinkles than when we first started, I'm afraid. Not these cheeks. Oh, you sly vixen. Mr. Waiter, Please bring that bottle of champagne in. Eva. Or Viva. Willis. Timer. Show approval. Hey, no, it's been awkward and all, but I haven't I ever told you how nice to see you around the office. Your head's gonna inflate and pop if we keep this up. See us around the office? See a couple who've been together for a lifetime and still keep the fire alive, you know? I don't think it's so common, and it's just a sweet reminder that it's possible. Oh dear. It's so nice to hear you say that. It sure isn't easy as it looks, though. Oh, it sure isn't. What do you mean? Fires don't light themselves either. Nor do they keep burning without being fed. Aye. And who do you think's doing the heavy lifting? Oh, the pale moonlight drapes the landscape. My lord, the cheese. Oh my, it's so hard to keep a straight face. Wait, you mean you're just acting? To whom? To ourselves, of course. And I wouldn't say it's acting, but we do have our fun. Sometimes she genuinely finds my cheese delicious. He does have his moments. Point is, we start with a dramatic ham that not even we take seriously. But it always grows into something more genuine as we go. Always. It's just a way, though. Different people have different ways. I see. Now, dear, when you say that we're sweet and reminded it's possible, is it something that you want? Me? I suppose, of course. And I think you should go for it. Excuse me? Whereas long or short, a lifetime is still a lifetime. I think you should shy away from what's possible. Timer. And even should he. What? Timer? Anyway, we have this place reserved for the night. So let us know if you'd like to use it, dear. We'd be happy to share. Thanks. Trying to set us up with Neil. Oh dear, how can you always come up with so much cheese? A lifetime practice for you. Nothing else? Yeah. Oh, me, big yawn. It was too soon. How was the event? It was nice. Dang it. That's it for me. Ran out of quarters. That's good. Now just shift your weight from your left to your right as you play. You know? As if you're only sitting on half your bum at the time. Yeah, there's a flow. Now, would you like to try it together as we practiced? Yes. Just sit back and listen to the music. I think it's a good time to open a pack of cards. Let's save just in case. I'm just going to grab a pack of cards and we'll listen to music. Some soothing music. This definitely is a Khan showing off his piano skills. I can play piano as if I can't play piano. It's one of those like difficult skills, like trying to be able to sing but not sing at the same time. Alright, what have we got in our card set this time? We're gonna never. Ooh. Alright, card number 1. We've got. That's Saturday Hero, I think it's called. Saturday Morning RPG. Card number 2. Ooh, wrong way around. Doubly wrong way around. River City Girls. Sequel to River City Rampage? No, I don't know. Card number 3. Oh, that's Simulacra. I never played Simulacra. That's always been on my to-do list, like ever since I very, very first started streaming. FMV game based on a cell phone horror game as well. Card number 4. What is that? After Party. Don't know it. What's the thing say? Don't know. Can't read what the writing says. And our gold card is. It's not focusing. Focus. Our focus is all crocus. Earth Knight. No to the moon yet. We'll get there eventually. No to the moon card, rather. We got 2 ones I really like, which is the 5 Dates one and the 7 Max. Alright. Let's get back to the game. I knew that was going to happen. The game's a bit buggy. Crashes a lot. Oh well. I expected it. Bloody thing. Need to patch it. Continue. Alright. Can we play the machine? At least I set a new high score. What is this? It's arcade. I mean, what game? Arcade. The game is called Arcade. You play as an average arcade enjoyer, trying to find and play the best game in the arcade. And the game is none other than Arcade itself. Wow, that's meta. That's deep. What? It's simple. You find arcade in the arcade and you play arcade. More arcade inside that arcade. Look, Just give it a try yourself and experience the magic. And if you still don't get it, just talk to me for some hints. Not to brag, but I've been playing this game so much I practically built it. When in doubt, just ignore everything else and only look for the pink machines. Play arcade. Oh. Play arcade. Oh shit. Play arcade. Play arcade. Play arcade. Play arcade. Everybody play arcade. Oh, there's arcade. Where's arcade? You need to find arcade. Not arcade? Yeah. Oh shit. Damn it. Ooh, that was close. This is actually hard. We're gonna lose. We're out of time. Well, we beat the high score. Bloom heck, these sounds, music take me back. I remember playing games like this when I was a kid. Even the whole style, look, sounds. Did you just beat my high score? Yeah, first go. There's a challenger that's appeared. Time to break my reserve quarters. I'm gonna beat your high score yet. I'm just really good at arcade, alright? The cafeteria is no longer being served, but please feel free to hang around in there. Is there anything else we can do? Is that these people? And that they haven't changed what they're saying. I think we can only talk to Linry and what's his face? Good old what's his face? Yep, you got nothing to say either. I think also it's slightly like Khan just showing off what he can do in RPG Maker. This is the same thing I was using to build my game, the same tool. Eva, you checked into your room already? Come sit with us for a while. Yeah, 2-6. We're gonna talk to this person. If only could store me time in a bottle and save it for a rainy day. How poetic. So, are Neo and the others hanging out up there? They called it an early night. What a waste of opportunity. Now time is prime time. It's been a long trip. Just resting up for tomorrow. Well, you seem to have energy left yourself. I got some sleep in the car, I think. Thanks for the ride, by the way. I was surprised seeing you guys at the airport. I know. It's going over the line for us to come. We could save time, but I never, You're more cultured than I. I have never heard the poetic line before. I've heard a lot of stuff, but that one doesn't ring a bell. So I don't know Yeah, don't know. Oh, that's horrible. It was so strange. I felt like we hadn't seen him in forever. We just had to come by. Has he not been in touch much since he moved out? He barely returns my calls. He comes over now and then, but you know, he has his own life now. You should drag him over more, Eva. I remember I've seen the movie. In fact, I've got the soundtrack on vinyl. It was one of the first records I got when I started getting really into collecting records. Obviously I had records before then, but when I very first started really taking it serious as a hobby, it was one of the first records I bought. Man, it's like a double record. One of them is, I think that one's transparent, one's blue, but I can't actually remember now. I have to find it, and I don't think it's down here. It must be upstairs somewhere. I haven't listened to it in donkeys. Thanks for the slithering, Assad. How you doing? I still remember getting excited. I think he's bringing over his girlfriend. Sorry to disappoint. It was very cool. What's better than a girlfriend? A girlfriend. Wait a minute. Did you friend zone him? That's not a real thing. Of course it is. Right? I don't know. It's complicated. Everybody loves the Acclaimed. I haven't worn my Acclaimed shit in ages. Because they sort of just disappeared off the map almost. Unfortunately, because everybody does love the Acclaimed. Come on, the Acclaimed are great. And Daddy Ass, despite being in his 60s, looks like $1 million. I'm jealous. Yeah, you did miss your boyfriend. Your boyfriend was here, Assad. Which one? Assad gets around, just saying. Oh, I need to see that. I kind of like the ones of AEW when you get somebody who's very straight. Just them trying to deal with the chaos of RJ City. It was always quite funny. I've seen Ricky one. I've seen most of them. There's some that I did skip. I'm trying to think of what my favorite ones are. The David Arquette one's probably the best one. Which is ironic because, as I say, I like the ones where he has the straight dude. I prefer the straight dude, but like David Arquette just being fucking batshit is funny. I don't think I've seen the Jeff Jarrett one actually, weirdly. I missed that. Or just don't remember it. Ooh. The concept of friends that I mean. Between Neo and me. Ooh, oh. Cool. I'll have to check it out. Of course, sorry, we got ahead of ourselves there. I've seen the Abaddon one as well. You know, it's been a long while since I've seen you two. How's the empty nest going? I've definitely seen the Regal one, because when I was watching it, like, regularly was when Regal was still part of the company. I miss Regal in AEW, but only because he flirted with Excalibur, and it was really, really funny. Oh, I want to butter you up. That stuff was great. I would have just... I would have just wanted an entire episode of just Regal and Excalibur flirting. We've been busy, that's for sure. Assad was talking to someone. I think it's basically confirmed. And yeah, it is what it is. I think they're going to be used just as badly there as in AEW, which they've just been, the ball's been dropped with them there. But I can imagine they're just going to be poorly used in WWE. The 70-year-old Muslim man talking, praying as you have a boyfriend. Finally. Yeah, Reese was here. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Garcia. That's the more interesting one. I'm going to visit all the exotic places humanity's ever known. At it again, huh? Wasn't it Eva? Not Eva, Linnery that wants to see the exotic places? I just like him sexy dancing. I'm weighing up whether I go to the event in Tokyo. Because I'll be there. But whether or not I go is a different story. The only reason I don't want to is because it like eats up a day. So when you're traveling, it's sort of a bummer that eats up a day. Unless your like point of your traveling is to go, which is different. But also, living where I live, you don't get opportunity to see it ever. So, boo. It's a bit of a bummer. Like, I've never seen AEW, and it's probably my only chance. I know they're coming to Oz, but I'm not going to Oz to see it. Oh, that's, yeah, Defo. That's beyond Defo. That's basically confirmed. Yeah. For the obvious reason that you and Pete are probably the only ones in chat that know about. Kenny P shop and they said 50% publicity. It wouldn't be close to that. Like, it wouldn't be close to 50%. 50% taking the piss. There's an edge number. I can't remember what the number is. Somebody mentioned it today. In fact, talking to somebody, and they said, "Oh, it's this number of jobs that have been cut." I can't remember what it is, but it wouldn't be close to 50. Oh, please, for the nth time, you would not be able to tell in such a simulation. let's not start this debate again. What about you? How are you keeping occupied? 49%. I don't know the number. At all. I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head. But it wouldn't be that. There's been a lot. Reality is they'll have to bring people back in. So it's sort of like a bit daft. It's going to be one of those things where it's sort of going to look a bit goofy because... And I guess it's one of the things that the general public won't know. This is getting like serious topic for a second. They sort of can go... The government can sort of go on record and be like, we made these cuts. And people be like, yeah, fantastic. But of course, they're going to have to bring people back, and then we don't need to publicize that part of it. That they go, we cut, let's say it's 50%, we cut 50%, and then brought in 25%. Yes, Pete, you're doing something wrong. You idiot. Hurry up and get fired, you numpty. Fuck. You're not sucking enough dick. No, it's that trip was planned well before then. Like well before then. So that was more spending money I don't have. Well, first I'm going to check with him, just, keep him in check. We go back though. I'm going to pick up where I left off all those years ago. Some independent research. Maybe start a more small academy. With all the tools available nowadays, it's possible to make a difference, even without good backings. And what have you two do at Sigma Corp? Oh. Yeah, so that's why is that was planned like well advanced, was going over to the UK for Christmas. So that's just part of that. It's not so much like, it's not the other way around where I went, oh, let's just go to Tokyo for the lols. It's all part of the same package. I'm going to London again. We're trying to figure out what to add to the package as well. But there'll be a London. The reason why I want to do London is because the Christmas markets. London's a place that will go all out for Christmas. So why not? Why not? Well, if you ever want some inside help, call me up. NDA withstanding, that is. I'll keep that in mind.
And it's for you. I don't know you, but I'm sure you're a jerk. Hey, I've only been here a few minutes. What's going on?
I'm the jerk. You're the jerk, Assad. You're the jerk. You said Neil comes over. Oh, you said Neil comes over sometimes. How does he seem to be doing when he does? What do you mean? You see him way more than us nowadays. You know, I've had that for ages, Pete. I think I actually had it before you did. I just didn't use it for my new followers. I just don't care. A whore and a Christian. What's that from? I don't remember these references. Who said that? Did I say that? It was in this operation. I just want to make sure he's okay. Why? Does he not seem to be? I don't know. What? I'm sorry, I don't know why I asked that. But now I think about it, he seems fine. He seems more fine than ever, actually. Yeah, he seems to be happy when he comes over. Of course he's fine. The only thing that's not fine is he's not coming to visit us enough. Well, that's all we gotta say. I should probably head off for some rest myself. Will we see you guys tomorrow? You bet. Try to stay out of the way, though. I know Neil doesn't want to tag us to take along and embarrass him. Oh, he's just acting like a teenager. Join us all you like. Oh, thank you, Eva. Funny you see us like you do. Don't think we got anything else going on around here. I'll take a quick scope before I back off upstairs. You still there? Still got nothing to say. Nothing there. Oh. Beep. Can we go to the basement this time? Nope. We go to the basement this time? Nope. Can we go to the basement this time? Nope. Can't talk to Neil. Oh, good, Beetle. You don't need to worry too much. Hopefully, stuff turns up. When does the game start? When did it get to the fireworks factory? We need to start clicking more. Not enough clicking in this game. Sweets. I'll be in a hotel room. Pick one. I want somebody sitting in this chair here telling me to click. Because if that wasn't the greatest game of all time, I don't know what is. Is there anything else we can do? I think we've tapped out. In the nuts. Of course, Neil's gonna be out there as well. Oh, no. Guess not. Shattered my expectations. Oh, they missed each other. How sad. Just two ships passing in the... The great one or the mediocre one? Gatsby, that is. It's a dead body. Oh, for the surprise. Eva? I'm over here. There's perfect excuse right until the end. I beg to differ. You sure seem well rested, at least. Gotta be in order to make the most of it in one vacation we're gonna have all year. I squeeze every drop out of this day like it's the last lemon in the world. Guess it's one more day, one way to deal with what life gives you. Roxy and Rob up yet? You kidding me? Roxy's been up since sunrise. And Rob? I don't think Rob even sleeps. They're downstairs already. Alright, let's go find them. I'm pretty sure they'll find us. That sounds threatening. I remember there's nothing to see in there. Let's break into Roxy's room. They went downstairs already. Same. Oh, hey, you're here. And you are here? What the? Have you been waiting in the elevator all morning? No, I wasn't waiting. I was reading. The elevator goes up, comes down, then up again. It's truly no different than life itself. Is it, Rob? Is it really? Anyhow, reading such a place has been a thrill. I kind of want to do that now, just to weird people out. Just to like sit in an elevator and read a book and just see how people react. But now you're here, let's go find Roxanne. Right, do you know where she is? No, just strange. Since it's usually hard to be where she isn't. Well, guess we're playing Roxy Roulette. Let's check the roof. Hey sir, come up for a snack when you're done spinning in there. Yep, just a minute. Is that river? Celery. Celery? Celery? Yeah, I'm bored. Just gonna float all day? Yeah, this is life. You know, come in there. There's room. What? That floaty is way too small for the two of us. I mean, it's in the pool. Oh. Is that Rice Spot? That's definitely Rice Spot from the last game. A grand ice bucket and a pool noodle. The pool noodle was a cat. It's just ice and bottles in there, but it smells really good for some reason. I can't remember what the cat's name was. I was just doing some sketches of the ocean when this lady came by. She looked like somebody I drew for work, so I just made a sketch reflexively. Want to see it? I mean, you're just fucking showing off all your talents now, you prick. Oh, my name's Khan Gao. I can make beautiful music and games and art. Wanker. Thanks for checking it out. Now that's out of the way. It's time for some epic gacha pools. I can't believe it. 10 pools and all I got was Emotional damage. You again. Still waiting for whatever? No, not really. Although, did you know there were phytoplankton at the beach last night? A couple hours after you stopped by. The glowing kind? Yeah, it was nice. You should go see it. How do you know it's still going to show tonight? Not tonight, last night. What? You're up? Morning. Good morning. Hey, yo. So, what are you two up to today? Oh, you know, we're probably going to take it easy and stay up here. Catch some sun, catch some rain. It's probably for the best. Got some reading to catch up on. Now I got some drinks to demolish. What is that? It's Rostbot. It's Cooler Master X4000. Think. We're just using it as a cooler. Some threw it away and left it on our porch. Jokes on them now, it makes cool sounds and comes with a pool noodle inside. Well, the pool noodle does look nice. Yeah, it's perfect. Well, don't let us anchor you here. There's nothing to do on Island. Go out and have a good day. Thanks. I'm trying to make the most of it. Yep, smell you two later. Psst. You should talk with them more. You don't get a lot of chances to do that. It's not like I have much to say. Nope, can't talk to them. Bloop. Can we go to the basement yet? Nope. Not to the sweets. The sweets do sound delicious. Come on. Beach, beach. Let's go to the beach. Oh, there's a new area. Morning, Eva. Glad to see you all made it. Hey, yeah. Got here a little late last night. You guys gonna go on excursions today? No, we're just gonna chill on the beach today. Could use some downtime. Last picture has some extreme memories, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Good luck winding down. Yep. Let's play arcade. Ah, beat your score. You jerk. We're gonna beat this score again. Play arcade. Play arcade. Play arcade. Everybody play arcade. Shit, how do we get there? Play arcade. Play arcade. Play arcade, guys. Are we playing arcade? Are you playing arcade? Am I playing arcade? Are we all just playing arcade? Play arcade. Shit. Where is... Oh. Come on. Where are you, arcade? Fuck. The walls are closing in. Why is it glitchy this time? Shouldn't have done that so quick. Play arcade. Where is arcade? Wait, where is arcade? Shit, we lost. Fuck. Come on, we can do it. I believe in us. I want to beat the high score. Oh, come on. Got it. Got him. Shit. Here we go. But we're gonna run out of time. Oh no. I'm gonna run out of time again. Smaller it gets, I mean, obviously the harder it gets, but like some of these levels are impossible. Stop, I'm trying. We found it. We found arcade. Holy fuck, how are you meant to do this one? Oh my god. We did it, somehow. Oh shit, come on. Fuck, we did it. Damn it. But a new high score though. Boom. Good enough for me. Suck it, nerd. Hope you enjoy your stay at the Golden Lobster. If you need anything, just give us a pinch. The snacks are nice, but the breakfast was epic. Can't believe I missed breakfast hours. Left without a trace. I said we go to the lighthouse. It's like a temple of sorts. Well, I said we go to Extreme Beach. Actually fun for a change. What do you think, Killian? Don't put the pressure on her. She's clearly extreme. So then, off to the Extreme Beach we go. This is why we haven't hung out in so long. Wow, that's so neat. I know plants came in jellyfish form. Inverted plants is clever use. I wonder if they sell them in there. Picture of jellyfish like inverted planters. These are ones hanging at the entrance, right? Seems like it. Are you gonna get one? I mean, I kind of swore off buying things from souvenir shops. Must be a hassle to bring back. It's beautiful though. Just do it, you pussy. Whoa there, I'm not for sale, I'm just waiting. The LARPCon won't be happening here for another week, but I'm patient. You still want a drink, Eva? I haven't in a while. I think? I mean, it's weird. I don't think so, but I feel like I have been. Are you drunk right now? No. Anything that claws your attention or tickles your whiskers, just let me know. I think that's all there is there. Let's go over here first. Before we go down to the beach. Nothing there. There's a dead person. Oh, they're sleeping. Hey, Eva. Getting the day started? Yeah. I'm gonna go around town and try some activities today. Great. Eddie and Logan and I just relaxed at the beach. Although Eddie was so excited to go to the beach, he was up all night last night. And now he's crashed out here before he could even make it to the beach. Yeah. Keep an eye on him, will you? Always. Wow, look at her go. Tommy and Girl from To the Moon. And the, Sarah. And the, Nanny. How come we never get learned to dance like that, Mummy? Because we didn't have the budget at the time. We didn't have the budget at the time, sweetie. For the dance lessons, I mean. Ma said instead of sitting around and potatoing all day, I should dance. Spent our life savings on that dance lesson. But at least she's making the most of it. How meta. Well, that isn't really my problem now, is it? Of course it is. It's your watermelon, Pa. It's your watermelon. Hey, what's going on here? Well, this young lady dropped her watermelon on my pile and shop. And now she's blaming me for not knowing which one is hers. It's my special watermelon. I practically carried it with me for a whole 6-hour flight. It was so special. Why can't you tell it apart from the rest of them? Because it's a stupid watermelon. Whether birthed or adopted, what truly matters for watermelons is responsibility. It's not helping Rob. Okay, look. Maybe we could help take a... Wait a minute, let me see that. Hey, I recognize which one it is. Really? Duh, see this pattern right here? That's the one yours had. Oh. Oh. Phew. Thanks, Neil. I'm hiding in a safe spot for good this time. Psst, is that really the one? Eh, who knows? Alright, so what are we doing? We're just grouping with you, but now that's a check mark. I spent all morning looking through all the tourism booklets and blogs. Allow me. So, there are 3 points of interest today. 1, the Extreme Sports Beach, which allows paragliding and competitive power surfing. 2, the Cliffside Lighthouse, a prime spot for ocean watching and local history. And 3, a 1-star restaurant nearby which we could go for lunch. That sounds terrible. It's 1 Michelin star. Is Rob retire? Anyway, moving on to weather planning. We have sunny skies from morning until noon. Then afternoon with a brief period of rain. Sky clears after that, and we'll watch the sunset from this beach at the end of the day. So there you have it, a day ahead of us. Let's get started. We can wait for the bus to stop in front of the hotel's street side. Thanks, Rob. That's pretty comprehensive. Oh, I do have something planned for us too. I see just inside the hotel, so we can go back there when you're ready. Indoors? I guess we can do it when it's raining in the afternoon. I mean, that's one boring way to do it, but whenever, I guess. Shall we get the day started then? Yeah. Let's check out the beach first. I hear there's an interesting area to the side too. Wait, where did the lady go? Who knows? Can't believe she just left all those watermelons here too. Maybe we should take one. Don't cheat on my watermelon. That's not how it works. It's your watermelon, not mine. In fact, that's not how any of it works. I think we should save here. Just for the fact that I feel like the order we do stuff in changes the game slightly. I may want to revisit it one day. Yep, it's not too far from here. Just visit there first. What's its name again? The Euphony Lighthouse. Euphony? 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 And it's functional? Yes. Sweet. Maybe we can learn some upkeep from the Lighthouse Keeper and bring it back to Anya. Yes, I'd like that very much. Wow, what are we painting? Sunset? There's no sunset yet. I'm betting how it will be. That's some next level skill. Anya is carved in the sand sculpture. Also got the platypus. Do you like wombats? Didn't you have cube-shaped poo? Yes. Nothing like pondering life's deepest questions over a cup of iced coffee. Or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 6. All I can do is 5. Deal. Mom, they're fishing here. Careful if you see any big ones. They're going too deep now. We might actually leave this game for now and watch something, because it is nearly time for me to pass off.
Things.
Oops. Push the wrong button.
So
yes, we're going to watch some Tim. New episode that I haven't watched.
Spend one night in the iconic hotel behind me. You might recognize it if you've seen movies like Pretty Woman. Stars of stage and screen have stayed here. You'll often see celebrities staying at the hotel. Built back in the 1920s, it's on the historic register for old buildings in the US. It's got so much history. I've booked myself into a corner suite. Let's go check it out, come on.
All right, we'll go.
Wow, check out the lifts. Look at that.
California.
You know, it's a running theme in this hotel for letterboxes for some odd reason. I'm going to show you to my room. Now, it's not in the main part of the hotel, which I didn't realise when I booked. Gives you a little bit of history on the hotel when it was first built, 1920s. How it rose to fame. Elvis apparently lived in the hotel. And a recent addition is Wolfgang Puck's
I think I may have heard that before.
Which I did try to get reservations, but apparently they were full tonight. So I've got to go through here. This is where the cars turn up, valet parking. There you go. Now we see a Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce, look, just casually parked there. I love that old photo of the hotel. Look at that, the old classic American cars outside. The hotel literally has not hardly changed at all, apart from the back being added on in recent years. Floor 12. You know it's a posh lift when they've got chairs in them, right? Nice and comfy. Shame there's only two and not one long one. So I'm right at the end, floor 1261. The corridors are a little bit, I don't know what's the word, very plain. The rattling of the air conditioning, almost a little bit spooky. I love the old glamorous doorbells, look. Anyone in?
God, imagine if it wasn't his room.
Welcome to my corner suite. What's great about it, it's got 1, 2, well actually 3 balconies. Bedroom and bathroom back there. Let's check out the living room area first. By the way, I have started that water already. It wasn't like that. These are so odd. So these chairs are like real stiff and hard. They don't move. And then the top part actually just swivels around. If you don't
he has had that
base,
happen before.
if you're sitting like that, that can hurt your legs.
In all
Detailing
fairness, but
on these for this hotel is quite surprising. I mean, look at that. That is gross. Bearing in mind, this is not me. Look at all the crumbs on there. The living room area, huge big couch.
I've never had it
table.
Well, never had
nice
it happen
big
to
TV.
me, luckily.
Pretty basic with the
But
furniture.
part of me is always expecting it now.
Some interesting reading. Bear necklace. And
Bear necklace?
David Webb. Love the Art Deco design though of the lighting. Look at that. That is so cool. Super shiny. A phone and a notepad. Very surprised by a hotel of this standard to have, well, cheap plastic.
I'm paying attention. I'm just doing
plants.
A little bit on the side.
And the plastic plants continue actually over here. Again, I was quite surprised, but yes, it must be expensive to put them in, but for the price rate of the room, you'll probably think to yourself, well, maybe they could have added the odd flower in there. Some fake moss? Real moss? I don't know. A fast charging point here. The menu for in-room dining. Look at that, you can go for the pretty woman, omelette, avocado, tomatoes. The prices vary between $30 to $40, but you can get dining for 24 hours. There is a spa here. That's the price list for the spa. For a massage, 60 minutes, around about $265. The views from the balconies are pretty good. I'll show you those in a minute. Well, the minibar isn't overly exciting. First up, we've got a coffee machine, a couple of cups, a kettle, and something that is a bit odd is that this water with the lid already opened, and it wasn't me. Has someone taken a swig out of that? It doesn't look full, so that's a bit concerning. That's how they're supposed to look. As you twist it, they click. But this one, yeah, I noticed that straight away, and stupidly I did take a sip from that. Some cocktail glasses, very nice. The branding is on point. Look how tiny the box of chocolate confetti is. Basically like Smarties. Everything's getting smaller nowadays. Even the minibar. Look at the nut sizes. They're small.
What? Nut sizes?
Never understand why they always put like gummy bears in there. I think the coffee is complimentary. I hope so. Some Coffee Mate. Also some honey, because in America they do love their big range of tea, which a lot of people like to add honey. Bottle of red wine. And then we've got this fridge. And inside there, some censored.
Yeah. More thing
about
spirits,
one side, champagne. And actually, the price list for the minibar, I can't seem to find. Where's the price list for it? Ah, you've got to scan a QR code.
And they fucking
I don't need to know the prices. I already know they're going to be expensive. So this is the bedroom, and this is a really nice size, obviously being on a corner suite. What I love about the corner suite is you've got different views out of that window. These close off, So if you want, at night time, you can close these off. That's fake as well. That's plastic. I love how the headboard wraps around and continues.
What's weird compared to like
nice marble. The lampshades
everywhere in the
big.
else in the world he's been.
Couple of
and
drawers
this is
here.
Speaking from purely his videos.
Couple of books. For some reading. By the way, I went to a vending machine to get a drink at the airport, and this is all the change it gave me. That's pretty cool. Some parts of it are Art Deco, others are very business-like, but you can still see.
But there it was like hidden in the back of a.
Obviously, the hotel
cupboard.
is very old. It looks like this is reasonably new carpet. A nice little mini sofa just over there.
Dubai,
We've got another view out of this window.
Brand
if I pull this up.
Price list is usually just like on the table in front of them.
Just want to say a massive thank you to today's sponsor, Airalo. So if you're like me and you travel a lot, have you ever received a huge roaming bill after your trip abroad? Have you ever lost your phone service or connectivity whilst traveling? And I've done it, and I've found myself searching desperately for free Wi-Fi. Trusted by 10 million world travellers. Forget physical SIMs. Airalo is a digital eSIM. Connected to local networks wherever you are. There's no need to buy an extra SIM card. There's no need to buy an expensive global plan. All you need to do is download the app and buy one of their eSIMs.
Have you
I get
used
to
this
keep my
when you
original
travel?
home number, and I get to roam as much as I want. What's great about it is they have SIMs in over 200 countries and territories around the world. They even have SIMs that cover entire regions like Europe, Middle East, and Asia. Stay connected on your next trip without the hassle, and download the Airalo app today. And don't forget to use my code. The link is in the description. Thanks for Airalo for sponsoring today's video. But let's talk about the bed. A king bed. Really nice and comfy. So when I booked it, they sent me an email, actually.
It basically just is a app that allows you to buy a eSIM from any country in the world, or theoretically any country in the world, as well as maybe continental. Yes, gets you connected to local networks, so, but it can also do continental ones, so you could do like America, so it's not just US, it's Canada, Mexico. In the case of Europe, you can get all of Europe plus the UK as well, even though it's not part of Europe anymore. Or you could do specifically just like Greece, if you were going to Greece, for example. All of Asia, or a specific point in Asia. And get it for relatively cheap. Nomad is the one I use now. So if for anybody lurking in the chat or sitting in chat who is wanting to do an international trip, Nomad is the one I recommend. Not sponsored completely. I'll use Pete's little joke thing, not a sponsor. I used Airalo the first time I did it. Perfectly fine. If you want to use his coupon card thing, go for it. Might be worth it. But Nomad's one I recommend. Prefer to use your local SIM for roaming charge. It's obviously going to depend where. I'd have to log in. I can't be fucked. I was going to take a quick look at the cost. So when I've used Nomad, I used Nomad when I was in my last trip, which was US, Europe, US, back home. So you got prepaid. So these ones are prepaid. All of these app ones are prepaid. I paid about, I'm just trying to sort of translate into American dollars. It's probably about $10 for the entire New York stay. And I still probably had some left over. $10 US for the entire 3 days in New York, and I probably could have pushed it for like 5 days. But it's like an allocated amount of calls plus data. You get like 20 gigabytes or whatever. You get to choose your package. But yeah, it's obviously going to depend on where you go, what you do. So like, Roy says he's comfortable using his take a look at it. Like I was gonna say, he's kind of, in his case, it's probably like fine if he goes to just the US and uses his roaming package. But theoretically, just for argument's sake, let's say he goes to Istanbul, using Australia. I'm just saying, like random places, like some places your roaming's going to charge you more. In Australia might be fine. Istanbul might be fucking terrible. It's all just dependent. Whatever your cell phone company, because it was the same when I first started doing it before Arlo. I was just using roaming, and places like Japan were fine. I think even the US was fine. But places in Europe weren't. So it's, yeah, it's
concierge and guest services were talking to me about, you know, what I wanted in the room, etc., etc. And don't laugh, I said about an encasement mattress, which they said no problem. Bearing in mind, last time I was in Beverly Hills, at the Beverly Hills Hotel, they supplied one. It was great. Here they said, yep, sure, we can do that.
I'm trying to remember where it was. It was really, really bad.
Even upon arriving, I said, you do have that. And then
I can't remember. It wasn't
and
Istanbul.
It doesn't have one.
I just picked Istanbul.
There you go. But
randomly.
apparently it's a new mattress, so I can't complain. If you've ever stayed in a Four Seasons, you'll know about the pillows. They are huge. Love the branding on them. Very surprised they haven't tucked this in, because normally you see it tucked in like that, don't you? So it looks.
And also when it sort of tipped me over the edge to be like, I'm just going to start using those.
This is where you can control all the lights from the bed, and also it's got a night light. I do love these hotels that have that. So in the middle of the night, you just have that on, just in case you need to get up to go to the toilet. But don't really understand what this is.
That's just off of my
Bluetooth
foggy
or something.
old man
Put
brain
your phone there for charging. There's a little notepad and a pencil. So let me show you this balcony. And you'll see what I mean about the hotel. Obviously is, well, UK-wise, a listed building. It is on the registry for historic buildings.
Yeah, I'll be
using
it.
But it feels like it could really break this handle off. I mean, look at that. And really worn, and everything seems a little bit scratched. Let me show you the view.
God, that reminds me of my flat. The doorknob fell off.
These chairs are so cool because
balcony when I was flatting.
They're really designed perfectly for you to just lounge.
We were in a house
with the footstool there.
It had a very nice balcony to it, but the doorknob fell off. Because the problem with it
to the end.
The problem with the door was it was on an angle, so you had to pull it like the opposite of the way of you standing. Like you had to pull it towards the corner when you'd be standing. It's sort of hard to explain. The door was like you'd instinctively stand here, and the door was like here. So when you pulled it, you were sort of pulling it away from itself, and they ended up ripping the doorknob off. Oops.
We can see just down to Rodeo Drive.
And people would often get stuck outside.
Have one of the best rooms for sunset. Let me show you this balcony. This handle seems a little bit better.
Pete doesn't travel, that's why.
So a different view.
He's never travelled before.
Because I'm right on the corner at the very end, look, you can see all the apartments going down there. But that's the bathroom, so my balcony goes
in fact,
all the way up
this is going to be the first time Pete's ever travelled.
Yeah, it's a shame it's not a wraparound balcony, but I can't complain. Nice couple of seats. Appreciate the overhang though, with the sun.
It's exciting.
You can probably see Los Angeles just in the background over there. You can probably see the pool just down there. It's fairly busy at the moment, so we'll check that out in the morning. So let me show you the bathroom, because this bathroom is huge. Bath and shower in here, all marble. It's really nice. Just look at all that. And then it kind of goes up into the bath. Bit of a small bath, but it's a nice deep bath. However, they're a little bit worn over that side and over here. I've never seen a marble tissue box before.
That looks marble.
That's great. Just
I don't know. I'm sort of thinking because
and the marble
whole
theme continues
Pete Doesn't Travel
up
thing comes
into
from
the shower. The only thing I would say about this shower is it's not that powerful. Obviously, I arrived last night, and the
Japan was the first time traveling because you only travelled.
I wish it was a little bit
Ireland
more
and
powerful
UK,
than it is.
which is
but how many people can we get in this shower? Well, I think a solid 1, 2,
Ireland and
3.
Ireland and England.
I think we get a solid 4 people in here. It is amazing. I do read your comments, and there are still some people that don't really understand why I talk about the amount of people in the shower. I do it purely just to demonstrate how big the showers are. I'm glad we've cleared it up.
Why do you need to keep explaining it?
For those
People are
hard-to-reach
fucking
places,
knobs.
an extra shower head, couple of robes, and the hairdryer is in there. Look at that. You want to do your makeup and stuff, you can sit down there. And here's a question for you. Do tell me in the comments, are you ever interested if I show you the toilet? I always feel a bit weird showing the toilets. They've got to be in every hotel room, but they're never very glamorous. Some are actually all right, but I always show them, but there you go.
I know that road, and I've always been interested in that road. I've seen it from
There's an iron there. Is this complimentary?
Somebody did it.
Maybe.
I've seen somebody
There's
on
nothing in it though, a Four Seasons bag. If I wanted to keep it.
I don't know.
We have a safe.
Yeah, I was wondering if he did.
Laundry bags.
I remember seeing it.
We've got some
I don't know if it's actually a place I'd make the
hangers,
effort to go
like
see, in all fairness.
This is groovy. As always, I'll come to the price at the end. Now, in
My
the
favourite
morning,
video
I'll check
he
out
did
the
is the
pool, and we'll
microwave
explore
one.
a bit more of the hotel. It is fairly busy right now, and I hear that there are some
I've
celebrities
started doing
staying
makeup
in the hotel, which I
more
don't
often
wish to
now.
bother. I'll probably get told off if I film them anyway. As I am yards away from Rodeo Drive,
Yeah, I get that. If you're near, I mean, I'm not going to go out. I'm fucking on the other side of the world. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to fly over the sea fucking street that's
so
two different
you have to wait
countries.
for the little man to appear over there on the crosswalk like now.
But you know, I'm actually like,
although this woman is really not paying attention. Thanks. Freaks me out because it gives you a countdown. You feel like you have to rush over the road.
I prefer the countdown ones.
The streets are just
no, start doing
so
makeup
clean.
more.
You won't find
embracing the
any
makeup.
mess, any rubbish in the city limits of Beverly Hills. And some of these shops, they credit check you. Some of them credit check you before you go in, or you have to have an appointment.
Good tip there from Roy.
This is a popular.
It's always worth seeing what you can bring.
There's even a cinema and a whole
You'll have
complex up
less.
here too. It does feel like you're on a movie set. I mean, everything is so pristine.
I have
Everything
to
is
say,
so
as a
clean. I mean, look.
US citizen,
Just look at the pavements.
I find going the other way always a lot more difficult. Going into
Even the
Canada
drains
is probably actually the easiest place I've ever needed to go into.
Not only is this a place for celebrity spotting, but you sometimes see some very nice
just,
cars
like,
driving
said, "Yep,
around.
just come
Although it's so
in."
typical when I'm filming
Like,
there.
do you need to look at my passport? No, just come
You normally
in.
see Mercedes, Rolls Royces, Porsches. All I'm seeing right now is a Hyundai
Legitimately
and a Tesla.
Legitimately true. I tried to show my passport at the UK, not UK border,
It's
Canadian
mid-September,
border.
and it's 98 degrees
And
Fahrenheit. What is that?
Just looked at the cover of it, saw New Zealand, just went, come in. I was like, do you not need to see, like, it's me? And they're like, no, just come in.
Security on every shop.
I was like paranoid.
Entrance.
So I was like, alright. And I was waiting to be fucking jumped at any moment by security. It's like, is something going to happen? Like, what?
Now,
what?
although I couldn't film in there, a t-shirt will cost you $200. There was sunglasses in there from $700 upwards. I don't think I'm going to be shopping in any of these shops anytime soon.
Why not?
Just look how shiny that is for the Beverly Hills Fire Department.
So yeah,
if I
Canada's
saw one
probably the
earlier this
easiest place
morning,
I've
if
ever
I get a chance to
gone
show
into
you, I
in terms
will.
of,
But I've never
immigration.
seen a fire truck like it. It is so clean and polished. It looks so shiny. Because obviously Beverly Hills in its own right is a city. So they have their own fire service.
And
have their own ambulance.
America's definitely the hardest. Well.
You pay a premium to live here, though.
Just being honest.
Well, I don't get that. First of all, it doesn't really sell it to me. Plus, you are in LA, where temperatures most often than not are in the 70s. But she's got like a woolly hat, balaclava thing on.
I do dig
that
coat, weird sort of
kind of
origami
dress,
plastic
and then
statues.
stockings and slippers. Every time you walk past a shop and you look in, the security kind of stare at you like, you know you can't come in here, right? That's what it feels like anyway. I don't think I've seen a nice security guard once yet.
Have a good day.
There you go, just have.
Nice.
Just wanted to show you the sunset. Look at that. It is just beautiful.
Ain't bad.
Looking over
nice
towards
view.
the Hollywood Hills. LA's all the way over there in the distance.
Well, it's all LA. What do you mean LA's over there in the distance?
Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock. Breakfast starts at 7. Now, breakfast is not actually included in the room rate. In fact, most hotels in America that I've stayed in, they never include breakfast. And especially for the room rate, you'd be like, you could have added that in, couldn't you? The
LA's
best
just
thing about
huge.
being
He's
up
just
this
talking about
early
like
is the
downtown,
hotel is
but
very
like it's
quiet.
all LA.
So unlike yesterday when it was really busy, also some celebrities walking around, I couldn't film as much. But hopefully we can explore a bit more of the hotel after breakfast. And also, I'll take a swim in the pool, which is surprisingly small. But a lot of people probably didn't realise that the Beverly Wilshire actually does have a pool. It's situated in this side.
If you've seen my Instagram, it's just me posting a shit ton of photos. I definitely fall into the trap of like,
I don't know what it is about these hallways. They creep me out a little bit. They're just a little bit.
I still need to edit my videos
soulless.
from
my
mean? Trip. I've done a little bit of.
I've got to try and remember how I get.
I bought the same camera as Tim Scott. I've got legit the same camera he's using now.
Walk across.
He'd seen it.
One building to the other.
I've edited like half New York, and that's as far as I got.
It's so very quiet
I don't
this morning.
Get enough time at the moment.
Good morning.
At this moment, I will actually have time very, very soon. Like in 2 weeks' time, my free time will free up a lot. So I should have time to start actually editing those videos, because it's like got so much. I've got like New York, and then I've got.
Hey, can I get a table for one, please?
Absolutely.
Brighton.
I'll get outside, please.
Like I've got so many places. It's sort of just be like place by place by place.
It's quiet in there anyway.
But I have got up to.
Really
I've
cool
literally got up to as far as meeting
Rodeo
you.
Drive
Because
and actually have breakfast this morning. Apparently, I've been told this is also the place that a lot of the celebrities.
Legit. In fact, even just to be even funnier, the last clip I've got on what I've edited so far is you saying my jeans aren't tight enough to be Tim. So that's where it ends. It's like starts off me getting on a plane to go to New York, and the last clip on it is Pete going, I'm like, I want to be like Tim, and you're like, your jeans aren't tight enough to be Tim.
Hang out. There's nobody here, just me.
I don't know why it didn't work. I was waiting for it.
I've always had hash browns differently over in America.
It's so annoying because, again, I had a problem with the spooky clown scare me thing last stream. It's bloody,
Sometimes
I might have to start migrating stuff from Triggerfy to somewhere else. It's clearly that's just not working.
But today they're like cakes. 2 sunny side eggs, some bacon, and some white toast. You might be thinking, why would you want to go and sit outside where there's cars going past and everything? But it's not very often that you get to sit and enjoy a meal on Rodeo Drive. Well, I don't anyway. I'm a little bit disappointed about the bacon. I was hoping it would be nice and crispy, but it's quite leathery, rubbery. The hash browns are not overly that great. I mean, it's a California breakfast, but it is what it is.
He's like,
I can't say I'm a fan of these hash browns.
I think he's being a bit of an idiot.
Really have
he's sort of separating LA. He's like, LA's over there. I think he's like, I'm in California. It's like, no, California's huge. I find some of the stuff good and some of the stuff annoying. But overall, I find them good.
That's a bit dirty, isn't it? Look at that. I mean, I know this is an old hotel, but wow.
I find some of his commentary like dumb is the problem.
What's this room? As you know, I love having a good old nose and explore. The door's open, so.
This is the shit him doing now is the stuff I like, which he sort of stopped doing for a long time, which was just like exploring a hotel. What Pete says is like 100% where I land on it.
Smell in here as well. Doesn't smell very nice. Obviously for functions and stuff like that.
I'm interested in seeing hotels. I'm interested in seeing a lot of the hotels that you probably wouldn't see even if you stayed there. But some of the stuff he says is really fucking dumb.
You still have a business centre? Check your emails. There's a really little lonely room. What goes on in there?
Be just board meetings.
Love these lifts though, timeless.
BRIED.
Tells you which floor it's on up there. Look at that.
I do like the whole
so let's check out the pool
style lift.
So
elevator.
We're walking from the main hotel where my room is located, just up here. Hopefully it shouldn't be too busy because it's still really early. The Beverly Wilshire Spa has won awards. It's pretty expensive for a massage. It starts at around about $180. The pool is open 24 hours apparently, but a lifeguard's only here from 7 in the morning. It is pretty small.
Yeah, I don't know who actually uses hotels for business meetings.
Love how they put the squishy,
I've never done it.
Comfy towels
because the hotel
ready for the day.
Boardrooms tend to be far more expensive than a normal boardroom, like
Not
a conference
the biggest
center
pool
or
in the
something
world,
like that.
but to be honest, I wasn't actually expecting a pool at all, so it's quite a nice touch. By the way, I thought I'd tell you how much breakfast was. So for the coffee pot, it cost $13. For the California breakfast, it was $34.
Yeah, whenever I've done it, and to be fair, I've never done it internationally.
$7. So breakfast came up
always
to
been at a conference center.
$59.18, and it wasn't exactly the best breakfast in the world at all. Complimentary sun cream, which is good.
That's fucking shocking.
Fluffy towels.
I kind of agree with him complaining about it now.
That's the smallest jacuzzi I think I've ever seen. Doesn't overly look inviting, does it? The cabanas are pretty simple. Just sun cream, some towels, and one lonely chair. Let's face it, you don't come here for the pool, you come here to stay in this iconic hotel.
It's a really shitty pool compared to the ones he's gone to.
So this is the ballroom of the Beverly Wilshire. Just check this out. It smells really nice in here.
Yeah, you have to add the tip.
What a room. I've always wanted to stay in this iconic hotel, and it's one of these hotels where you're paying for the name. I mean, it's a little bit rough around the edges in some parts of the hotel. It's obviously quite an old hotel. It was built back in the 20s. When I booked the room, I didn't realise this wasn't in the main part of the hotel. It's not a problem. I wanted to book a corner suite. The views are amazing. The room is pretty simple. I like the fact it's got loads of balconies. That sunken bath
just depends on what the cost is.
Last night. I didn't have dinner at Wolfgang Puck only because it was so busy last night and I couldn't actually get a reservation. The swimming pool area is nice, bit of a sun trap. It is kind of small. Possibly the worst breakfast I've ever had in America. I know, that's bad, isn't it? I was really looking forward to it.
Going to be ridiculous.
I could have tried like a healthier option, but I went for the California breakfast and it wasn't good. Those hash browns were just awful. They didn't taste of anything either. Now the building is on the US National Register of Historic Places, so I guess that's why you can be forgiven to think that it's a little bit rough around the edges. It is a timeless Beverly Hills hotel. When I checked in for incidentals, they took $500 off my credit card. Obviously they'll put that back on, but yikes. So you got to make sure that
that's like the highest I've ever heard for like taking off a credit card. I know they do it as a safety measure, but it just shows like how expensive the shit in the room's gonna be.
You got enough on your credit card if you want to come and stay here. So I stayed in a 1-bedroom corner Beverly suite with a king.
It's real weird to be like, that's kind of, and it must be like what most places. I didn't have any breakfast when I was in California, or LA, should I say. I can't think of, I did in other places, just not in LA. I don't think I even encountered it being called a California breakfast. Might have just been an LA thing. Don't know. I don't remember having breakfast in LA. I don't want to have breakfast in LA because I don't want to go back. I fucking hated it. Sorry if you're from LA, I just fucking hated it.
Bed. So for one night, not including breakfast, it cost me $1,981. Now they told me that that does include all of the taxes. I haven't checked out as yet. If that changes, I'll put it on the screen. But I think now that I've stayed here once,
so just
I don't think I'll rush back. It is an iconic Beverly Hills hotel, but I think you're paying for the name, the location, opposite Rodeo Drive. To me, it seemed like a pretty...
It was $1,981.
I'd much rather stay in the Beverly Hills Hotel just up the road. And if you want to see that video, it's just here. So make sure you...
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what's the prices for hotels I've stayed in. Yeah, I mean, none of them are close to that, and none of them will ever be close to that. Mostly because... Why? No, that's the sort of main thing. It's just like simply, why would you pay that much? Yeah, you don't. If you're traveling, well, I don't fully understand, particularly for that hotel. It looks nice, but I'd only want to spend that type of money at a place that was like a bit more extravagant, like some of the places you've been to, which have really, really nice pool areas and really, really nice massage places, and just like have nice amenities to it, where you'd probably be a bit more encouraged to stay at the hotel. But this is very much one where like you're probably just using it to sleep, because that pool was pretty shit. Most of the places there were pretty... When I say shit, I just mean comparatively. I can't remember. When I went to LA, it was an Airbnb stayed at that was on Venice Beach, but it would have been less than that. And again, it was, yeah, 2-bed, 2-bath as well. I can't remember what it cost, but definitely less than $1,900. I've never come close to spending that much on a hotel, and never will. I can, again, be slightly more sympathetic to it when it's a resort or somewhere where the hotel itself is part of the experience. Sorry, I'm just going to look to see who we're going to raid. Who are we going to raid? We'll probably raid Ninja. I don't actually have that many people online tonight. Where you get to be in Hawaii. I can't remember the price of hotels in Hawaii. I never stayed there, but was looking at staying there, but went ironically to Canada instead. New York's the most expensive place in terms of hotels overall. The one I stayed in was pretty cheap, but expensive for what it is. It wasn't actually that bad. It was nice, but it's still like, when you compare it to what I paid for the same at other places, it was expensive. But yeah, New York's the most expensive place I've stayed in, without a doubt. Istanbul's the cheapest, to the point where it's very, very odd how cheap it is. Like, it was so nice. In fact, it's probably the nicest hotel I've stayed in, and it was still really, really cheap. Unsurprising, the hotel's now closed down. I think it must have been like just not charging even close to enough. It was stunning. It was absolutely, absolutely stunning hotel. Amazing rooms, huge rooms with balconies overlooking the like most beautiful areas of Istanbul. Had free breakfast in there, which was on a rooftop sort of restaurant with like huge buffet, like fucking incredible. And it was like $100 a night. You're an idiot. Why are you not charging us more? You have every right to charge us more and probably pay more for what we're getting. Anyway, we're going to raid Ninja. Thanks for hanging out. I may pop in tomorrow for a quick stream of something. I don't know yet. Apparently not allowed. There's a lot of places where they have banned Airbnbs now. And it's becoming more and more common. I think they're banned in some places around the UK now as well. So they're becoming more and more commonly banned for whatever reasons. There's my socials, there's my Discord, there's my Instagram. If you don't follow me on either of those, please feel free. As I said, maybe I'll be on tomorrow, maybe I won't. TBD. Cheers for hanging out. Pete, Roy, Beetle, Viva, Reese, Assad, whoever else has been lurking. Appreciate it. See you guys when I see you. Bye-bye.